नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा. Enunciating text 22, text 23 and text 24 of chapter 5. Vidur talks with Maitreya of third canto of status quo Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 22. अथ ते भगवल लीला योगमायोरु बृंहिताः विश्वस्थित्युद भवान्तार्था वर्णयाम्यनु पूर्वशः. I shall therefore describe to you the pastimes by which the personality of Godhead extends his transcendental potency for the creation, maintenance and dissolution of the cosmic world as they occur one after another. The omnipotent Lord, by his different energies, can perform anything and everything he likes. The creation of the cosmic world is done by his Yogamaya energy. Text 23. Bhagwan eka asedamagra atmatmanam vibhuh आत्मेच्छानु गतावात्मा नानामत्यु पलक्षणः. The personality of Godhead, the master of all living entities, existed prior to the creation as one without a second. It is by his will only that creation is made possible and again everything merges in him. This supreme self is symptomized by different names. The great sage here begins to explain the purpose of the four original verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Although they have no access to the Srimad Bhagavatam, the followers of the Mayavad impersonalist school sometimes screw out an imaginary explanation of the original four verses, but we must accept the actual explanation given herein by Maitreya Muni because he, along with Uddhav, personally heard it directly from the Lord. The first line of the original four verses runs, Aham evasam evagre. The word Aham is misinterpreted by the Mayavad school into meanings which no one but the interpreter can understand. Here Aham is explained as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not the individual living entities. Before the creation, there was only the Personality of Godhead. There were no Purusha incarnations and certainly no living entities, nor was there the material energy by which the manifested creation is effected. The Purusha incarnations and all the different energies of the Supreme Lord were merged in him only. The personality of Godhead is described herein as the master of all other living entities. He is like the sun disk and the living entities are like the molecules of the sun's rays. This existence of the Lord before the creation is confirmed by the Shrutis. Vasudevo va idam agra asita na brahmana cha shankarah iko vai narayana asina na brahma nesha naha. Because everything that be is an emanation from the personality of Godhead, he always exists alone without a second. He can so exist because he is all perfect and omnipotent. Everything other than him, including his plenary expansions, the Vishnu Tattvas, is his part and parcel. Before the creation, there were no Karana, Navashai or Garbhodhakshay or Shirodhakshay Vishnus, or was there Brahma nor Shankara. The Vishnu plenary expansion and the living entities beginning from Brahma are separated parts and parcels. Although the spiritual existence was there with the Lord, the material existence was dormant in him. By his will only is the material manifestation done and undone. The diversity of the Vaikuntha Lok is one with the Lord, just as the diversity of soldiers is one with and the same as the king. As explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.7, the material creation takes place at intervals by the will of the Lord, and in the periods between dissolution and creation, the living entities and the material energy remain dormant in him. Text 24. Sa va esha tada drashta na pashyada drushyamekarat mene asanta mivatmanam supta shaktira supta druka. The Lord, the undisputed proprietor of everything, was the only seer. The cosmic manifestation was not present at that time and thus he felt imperfect without his plenary and separated parts and parcels. The material energy was dormant whereas the internal potency was manifested. The Lord is the supreme seer because only by his glance did the material energy become active for cosmic manifestation. At that time the seer was there, but the external energy over which the glance of the Lord is cast was not present. He felt somewhat insufficient, like a husband feeling lonely in the absence of his wife. This is a poetic simile. The Lord wanted to create the cosmic manifestation to give another chance to the conditioned souls who were dormant in forgetfulness. The cosmic manifestation gives the conditioned souls a chance to go back home, back to Godhead, and that is its main purpose. The Lord is so kind that in the absence of such a manifestation, He feels something wanting and thus the creation takes place. Although the creation of the internal potency was manifested, the other energy appeared to be sleeping. So the Lord wanted to awake her to activity, just as the husband wants his wife to awake from the sleeping state for enjoyment. It is the compassion of the Lord for the sleeping energy that He wants to awaken her for enjoyment like the other wives who are awake. The whole process is to enliven the sleeping conditioned souls to the real life of spiritual consciousness so that they may thus become as perfect as the ever liberated souls in the Vaikuntha Lokas. Since the Lord is Satchidananda Vigraha, He likes every part and parcel of His different potencies to take part in the blissful Ras, because participation with the Lord in His eternal Rasa Leela is the highest living condition, perfect in spiritual bliss and eternal knowledge. Hare Krishna.